Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Today is Monday, February 26, 2018, and we got another RuneScape update for y'all. So today we see the release of the Clue Scroll Overhaul. So without any further ado, let's just jump right in the video. Let's go. Alright guys, so the long-awaited Clue Scroll Overhaul is finally here. We got it into the game. So what can you expect with the Clue Scroll Overhaul? So first up, we got a new tier of Clue Scrolls. Those are Master Clues. They're going to be harder than Elite, and they come with all new puzzles, as well as different types of clues. Now you can get your hands on a Master Clue by completing any easy to Elite Clue Scrolls. Also, any monsters that drop Elite Clue Scrolls have a small chance of upgrading it to a Master. Now if you do have Premier Club Gold membership, you'll get one free Elite Clue available to claim up until the 11th of March. So if you want to go claim it, just head over to the new NPC Zyda at the Clue Scroll Hub that is located south of the Grand Exchange in Vera. Next up, we have hidey holes for your emote clues. So scattered around the game world where you would perform most of these emote clues, you'll find these new hidey holes which you can build and store in your items related to those clues for easy access and to save up some bank space. So you'll be able to store up those items in the hidey hole and not have them clutter up your bank. Not only that, we have a whole bunch of new rewards available with the overhaul. Some of the older rewards are made non-members now, so free-to-play players can have access to some of those. Some of the new items on offer are the Ice Dye, Second Age Saradomin Armor, Robin Hood outfit including the higher leveled Elite version, Tuxedo and Evening Dress, Pajamas, new Dragon Masks, and much more. Also, there's a new Globetrotter outfit. You can earn this outfit by simply completing clues, where you'll get a new currency that you can then purchase the pieces of the outfit. Each piece of the outfit has its own individual use, and the more pieces you have, the more beneficial it is. The uses for the Globetrotter outfit actually have charges, and you can charge it up by completing clues. Also, based on player feedback, we have several changes to clues as a whole. So, using meerkats will increase your scan range. There's a new animation that will tell you when you're onto something when you're doing a clue. You can save up your rewards in stackable caskets. Then you can open them all in one go. You can get up to 25 unstarted clues of each tier to begin whenever you want. And Yuri and the Saradomin Zamorak and Guthix Wizards have gotten a graphical update. On top of all this, they've improved the drop tables of all the other previous clues. Like I said, there's also that new hub for all your clue scroll needs just south of the Grand Exchange. There's a high scores for completing clues categorized by tier, and there's a collection log that's been tracking your items since last October. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Jump right over to the hub, grab your free clue scroll if you're a Premier Club Gold member, and start earning the new rewards. Plenty of new stuff to get your teeth into, so I'm sure a lot of you are going to be happy about that. Next up, there's a new Lightning Weapon Override pack. If you redeem a red or green prepaid card at any time between the 1st and 31st of March, you'll get your hands on a one-handed sword, two-handed sword, bow, and staff override. Bear in mind, Premier Club members can alternately use a Premier Club token on the Lightning Weapons option to redeem all four for free. That pretty much wraps it up for the main game update. We're going to jump into the patch notes now and see exactly what we've got going on over there. So let's go ahead and check it out. The number of Clue Scroll Slider Puzzle scrambles has been reduced to improve solving times. This follows the 12th February update to Slider Puzzles. Support Monkey Trinkets are no longer deleted when completing a floor when dungeoneering. The banknote button no longer appears as active after first using the function, then closing and reopening the bank. Players can save a preset named the Magister again. Active has been renamed to Activate on the tooltip for the Bank Cleanup Filter button. Players will no longer receive the message, "You could not bank all items," when depositing all items into a bank with an active aura equipped. Clue scrolls are now completed when the casket is obtained, not when the casket is open. This allows players to begin new clue scrolls before opening the caskets, and to save them up if desired. Reward caskets, not puzzle caskets, now also stack. Reroll progress is now given on opening caskets as before. A new set of options has been added to gameplay settings under the heading minigame setting. The new option allows players to individually toggle whether they receive sealed clue scrolls from skilling or monster drops, and whether they see loot beams for clue scrolls. Guaranteed clue sources bypass this, such as the aquarium, skeletal horror, Triskelion keys, or the Prosper perk. Players can now trade down started and unstarted clue scrolls of a higher tier to a lower tier by swapping them with Zyda. This will clear any active progress on the clue being traded down from, where applicable. All Zamorak, Saradomin, and Guthix wizards are attackable with left click by default. There should no longer be any instances where a wizard cannot be left clicked due to combat level changes in the wilderness or due to familiars. Drop options have been replaced with destroy options for all caskets, clue scrolls, challenge scrolls, scroll boxes, puzzle boxes, and keys. Where applicable, the destroy message will indicate where to reclaim the item. However, in most cases, the items cannot be reclaimed. All existing clue scrolls that historically took players to the bandit camp in the wilderness have been updated to point to nearby areas. Clue scroll wizards and double agents are no longer familiar immune. Clue scrolls are now dropped or looted as a new object called a sealed clue scroll, parentheses, its difficulty, which stacks and gives a new clue scroll of the same tier when opened. Players can only have up to one clue for each tier active at any one time as before. There's a soft cap of 25 on sealed clues for each tier, but guaranteed sources bypass this. Desert lizards are no longer aggressive to players who have completed Krondis's quest. Feral vampires are no longer aggressive to players who have been given Vanescula's blood mark. Existing Treasure Trail Cane rewards have been graphically updated. 5 new activity high scores have been added for lifetime clue scrolls completed for each tier. These can be accessed from the High Scores tab in the Community Parents interface in-game or from the High Scores page on the RuneScape website. Instances on medium treasure trails where the target NPC continues talking after players are done on that step of the trail have now been fixed. It is no longer possible to consume multiple emote skip tickets as they require a second emote to be performed. 4 new teleport scrolls have been added to all clue scroll tiers that teleport players to the lighthouse, the clock tower, Gutanoth entrance, and to the treasure trails hub at the main Grand Exchange entrance. Hard clue scrolls requiring an amulet of glory now accept any charged or uncharged variant. Players wearing items can now use a costume skipping ticket to bypass Yuri's instruction for clues that require players to not wear any items. Existing and future White Wolf Mountain scans now have been replaced with Menopause scan clues. These have a range of 30 paces. All dig locations for the Caridian Desert scan clue are now located east of the river Elid as intended. An animation now plays after selecting a scan clue to indicate that the scroll is continually rescanning. This graphic updates based on whether players are within double the listed range or at any other distance. Minor grammatical fixes have been made to the text on several emotes clues. Mud pies now always drop to the floor when thrown, where possible, instead of most of the time. Accidentally throwing mud pies at double agents should now be less of an issue. New sliding puzzle images have been added to some of the hard and elite treasure trail puzzle boxes and puzzle caskets. For hard puzzles, the new images have replaced some of the old repeated images, but the old images have not been removed. Upon first login after the update, players will be given treasure trail points based on their lifetime completed trails since tracking began. Players can check their progress on completions for each tier via quick chat. The Saradomin and Guthix wizards now wield staffs and only use their Dragon Dagger special attacks if players are in melee range. Sealed clue scrolls can now be obtained when fishing, mining, woodcutting, or divining from most standard skilling activities. The tier of the clue scroll players receive is weighted based on their level of the activity, with elites peering at level 60 training methods and higher, and always a 1% chance for a sealed elite clue to upgrade to a sealed master clue. Several existing treasure trail rewards such as hats, masks, and shirts have been made available to free-to-play. Skip tickets have been created for 2 new master clues which can be obtained from elite caskets or from Zyda's shop at the treasure trail hub. Some old clue scroll hints have been updated or replaced to be consistent with the current game and environment changes. The Elven Land scan clue has been renamed to the Isafdar and Letya scan to help differentiate it from the new Prifddinas scan clue. The gnome coach no longer gets stuck on the platform support and can now fully patrol the field without needing to resort to teleporting. The prospect perk still allows for an additional chance at a clue scroll while skilling, but now has a 1% chance of upgrading a sealed elite clue to a sealed master clue. The Varrock Elite Scan Crew now mentions that it covers the Grand Exchange for clarity. The Khazari Jungle Elite Scan Clue no longer has any dig locations inside or north of the Herblore habitat. It is contained entirely inside the Khazari jungle. The scan radius has also been reduced to 14 paces. One of the easy clues has also been updated to correctly reference boxes rather than crates. The basic versions of the Robin Hood hat, the Ranger boots, and their recolored versions now all require 1 defense and 40 range to equip. The Sextant interface has been removed from treasure trails. Using the Sextant option on a Sextant or applicable clue object now plays a short animation, then prints the player's coordinates as before. The Sextant interface is still used in the Defender of Varrock quest as before. The treasure chest in player-owned houses now has a 5th entry for master tier clue rewards. This is also accessible via a bank like other costume room inventories. Treasure trail caskets have new graphics and are recolored to match their tier. Sealed clue scrolls also match this new coloring. Tweaks have been made to existing treasure trail drop tables, such as removing low value seeds and improving coin values when failing to roll on certain rare rewards. Basic coifs in clue scrolls are now referred to as studded leather coifs. Upon completing a treasure trail, players now receive a message regarding total treasure trail points, in addition to the existing messages which show total clues completed from that tier. Yuri and double agents from treasure trails have been graphically updated. The type of treasure trail rewards broadcasted to World and Friends have been standardized. Wizards from Treasure Trail now teleport away when defeated, leaving some loot behind in the process, but no bones. Yaktui sticks are now configured as maces rather than swords. Players can now obtain a second piece of the Prifddinas work gear attire if they have a piece keepsake. Players can now track their progress towards rerolls on all clue scroll tiers from an interface accessible from the notice board in the new Treasure Trail hub or from the Treasure Trail collection log. Players can now store up to 3 rerolls at once for each of the tiers by default. Players now earn additional rerolls for each Treasure Trail tier with a new reroll token item obtained from caskets or from Zyda's shop at the Treasure Trail hub. Zyda in the Treasure Trail hub now provides some basic information on where to obtain clue scrolls from each tier. And finally, Zamorak wizards now only spawn when digging for hard wilderness clue scrolls. Saradomin wizards will spawn when digging from any other applicable hard clue scroll. And that is it for your patch notes. Links to the main game update and the patch notes will be down in the description below if you want to check them out for yourself, so you can choose to do so there. That is it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I am out. Peace.